I'm Massimo, and this is Ushai, the path of change and transformation. In the previous episodes, we have walked through pain, flow, and trust. Today, we enter the time of rebirth, the moment when energy starts moving again, and life begins to breathe once more. Because every deep night prepares the dawn, and every time we return to conscious breathing, the world breathes with us. After a period of pain or transformation, there is always a suspended time, a full silence, where life reorganizes itself and prepares to be reborn. It is the moment when the inner energies, freed from the weight of defense, begin to return to their natural movement. There is no need to push. Like the earth after the rain, we simply need to allow the light to filter through again. Rebirth does not come from effort. It comes from the conscious flow of life as it resumes its rhythm. Let me tell you about a moment that marked my understanding of returning to new life. Years ago, after a difficult period in my life, I went back to my hometown, Turin. I walked through Valentino Park and stopped to observe the Po River. I felt empty, as if life had passed through me, leaving only the shell. I reflected deeply, watching the water flow, and suddenly I understood something essential. The river never stops. Even after the most violent flood, it keeps flowing. Not because it is strong, but because its nature is to move. And I thought, I can begin to flow again too. I don't need to be fully healed. I just need to allow movement to return. That day marked the beginning of my rebirth, not with a flash of light, but with one step after another, following the natural rhythm of life. And the most beautiful thing was this: I didn't need to do anything special. I only needed to stop resisting. Everything that exists follows a rhythm: light and shadow, contraction and expansion, life and transformation. Nature is not intelligent in the human sense. It is coherent energy expressing its qualities to laws of balance and resonance. When we recognize this rhythm within ourselves, we stop living life as a struggle and begin to feel it as an energetic dialogue between the inside and the outside. Every crisis prepares an opening. Every closure holds a seed of new form. Has it ever happened to you to look back and realize that in your most difficult moments, you were preparing your greatest transformation? We can see this cycle everywhere, even in everyday things. Think of waking up in the morning. The body's still tired, energy contracted. Then you breathe deeply, and something inside begins to move. It's not willpower that wakes you up. It is energy naturally resuming its upward flow. And so it is after a period of pain. You don't have to force yourself to feel well. you simply need to allow the flow to return. Flowing means this: recognizing the rhythm and moving with it, not against it. In the body, the heart is the meeting point between the forces of heaven and the forces of earth. When energies begin flowing again, they meet there, and from that meeting, joy naturally arises through restored coherence. The heart is the center that receives life and, through movement, generates it. It is the bridge where energy becomes form, and form returns to energy. This makes it the place where forces meet and find order. It is the balance between density and light, between matter and spirit. When the system stops defending itself, when tensions dissolve, when fear gives way to trust, the energy of the heart naturally begins to expand again, and life simply begins to flow once more, not as an achievement, but as a return to its original nature. And then you recognize that joy was never gone. It was only covered, compressed, waiting. Now we enter the practice of cosmic rebirth, an act of applied wisdom in which you consciously collaborate with the real flows of the living cosmos. You can do it now, or come back to this practice whenever you feel the need to reconnect. Close your eyes. Bring your attention to the heart, the breath, the body. Not to relax, but to enter active presence. Consciousness directs, and energy responds. Now feel the sun, source of vital force. From the sun descends a golden flow, an ordering and living current. It descends into your body, from the head to the heart, to the belly, down to your feet, and further into the living earth. The earth receives and returns. It doesn't have a mind like ours, but a coherent force that sustains every form. From the earth now rises a dense and vibrant current, passing through the feet, rising through the legs, the heart, up to the head. In this meeting between descending and ascending flow, your consciousness becomes an active bridge of the cosmos. You are not just observing, you are consciously operating on the flow. Now, at the point of the heart, where the two flows meet, a circle of light opens, the cosmic rainbow. Half lives in the sky, half lives within the earth. It is the sign of total flow between the worlds. Activate now the circular movement of the rainbow. From the upper circle, the energy descends, enters you, passes through the heart, reaches the earth, and from the lower circle, rises back toward the sky, a continuous movement, a cosmic breath. Feel the colors move through the body, not decorative images, but operative frequencies acting within you. Red, the force of the Earth's magma, the world of deep emotions. Orange, creativity, the power to generate new forms. Yellow, the will of the heart, love, guiding action. Green, nature, the harmony of life cycles. Blue, the energy of water, the fluidity that unites and regenerates. Indigo, vision, the clarity of consciousness that orients. Violet, transformation, the return of energy to its luminous origin. Keep awareness alive of the flow, high-low, low-high. Your consciousness does not observe passively. It sustains the dynamic. It is conscious participation that transforms energy into wisdom. When all the colors gather in the heart, feel the inner sun ignite. The joy that is not a passing emotion, but a coherent state of being. Take 3 deep breaths, and when you're ready, open your eyes. Flowing is not passive surrender. It is a conscious act of collaboration with the dynamic of the living cosmos. Every time you sustain the movement with your presence, you participate in the renewal of life. The cosmos finds passage through those who are conscious of it. And here lies the beauty of rebirth. You don't need to look for it outside. You only need to allow it to happen inside. Remember, breathing and relaxing are not enough. You must know, orient, and sustain the flows. This is how pain dissolves, how joy takes root, and how the heart becomes the sun again in the body and in the world. And every time you return to this practice, every time you recognize the cycle and honor it, every time you choose to flow instead of resist, you are being reborn, not once, but continuously. Because life is not a goal to reach, but a flow to inhabit, consciously, moment by moment. If these words have touched you, share them with those you feel close to. Goodbye. See you in the next episode. I am Massimo, and this is Ushai, the path of change and transformation.